GMC Stream. Richard Cusack. I'm here today at the Washington, D.C. Satellite Conference of 2017. I'm very lucky today to have the opportunity to interview a well-known individual, one of the major executives in the company that's called Sasken, Sasken Technologies, and he is Vice President and Head Communications and Consumer Business, and his name is Srinivas Prasad.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, so again, I thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us. You know, one of the things that I always like to begin with all my interviews is get to know about yourself, the person I'm interviewing. So can you kind of give us a little bit of your background and experience? How did you wind up with this company?
Sure. I've been with Sasken for about 23 years. I joined pretty much after a 1-year experience in the industry, and come from a strong engineering background with a post-graduation and advanced masters from IIM Bangalore. And ever since I've been in Sasken, I've been lucky enough to work on very cutting-edge technology programs, and currently I run the communications and consumer business for Sasken.
Wow, so that's a long time, 23 years. So
that's correct.
You're pretty focused. You know, here in where I'm from, California, Northern California, if you have longevity of 2 years, it's considered a good thing. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the case in India as well, but I think when you like a company and you like the leadership team, I think you kind of get going.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, I understand that the delivery of this iSat Phone Pro for Inmarsat was really a major accomplishment for you guys at the company.
That's right.
Can you kind of outline some of the challenges and you know, what were the results of the project? How did it come about?
Sure. I think as a company, we have always been focused significantly in the communications area. And when we got this opportunity to work with Inmarsat to build a terminal for them, I think we grabbed it with both arms. And we believed that we had certain intellectual property which we could kind of leverage. And we put in certain things which were important for Inmarsat in terms of bringing in all the skills around the globe, in terms of our hardware expertise, antenna design, mechanics, system integration, bought our IPs in the terrestrial segment, and then try to actually convert them into the satellite domain. And in a span of about 18 months, we were able to actually deliver a flagship product with probably one of the longest battery life and a significantly positive customer feedback.
Yeah, because I noticed you have several manufacturing facilities, not only in India but elsewhere.
Yeah, I think we don't do manufacturing under our own banner, but we have ecosystem partners all over the world, and depending on what the customer wants and which region he chooses, we have partnerships in place to actually get that executed.
Excellent, excellent. So can you name the global satellite service providers? I know you mentioned maybe one, but who placed orders for your new handheld satellite terminal?
Yeah, I think unfortunately due to NDA reasons I can't share name of other companies, but we have been kind of working with several leading global giants in this space, and then helping them solve complex terminal development problems.
Okay. What would you, I mean, what type of breakthrough technologies that you see are going to be integrated in the development of the new generations of satellite terminals?
I think satellite segment is going to be a very, very important part, or playing an important role in the connected world. And it has the ability to touch the nooks and corners of the world, which probably terrestrial networks cannot go in. And Sasken, coming from a very, very strong embedded and communication background, we are always excited to do a lot of innovation in this area. We are focusing significantly on investing on next generation technologies like 5G, building in reference solutions and then keeping them ready for the customers. And we believe that the satellite industry is going through major transformation itself, in terms of people expecting more bandwidth, people expecting terminals at a lower cost price, and then people actually are looking at satellite as a solution, not just in the context of being a communication device in rural areas or remote areas, even in the segments like automotive and industrial, in the context of IoT and M2M. And Sasken being in this part of the ecosystem, we play a significant role in understanding these difficulties and challenges, and we are well equipped to actually solve these problems.
Let me ask you another question here. What led your firm to concentrate on satellite technologies? Are you working with Israel?
I'll answer the first question. I can't comment about the second one.
Okay.
I think Sasken, since the 90s, we have always been a very, very communication-focused company. We built a lot of patents and IPs in the area of 2G, 2.5G, 3G, TDS, CDMA, which we used to license for several semiconductor customers and device customers. And when we looked at adjacencies, satellite was an automatic choice because the state mission implementations are very similar. A lot of the technology of satellites are kind of influenced by 3GPP and HC, and we understood those specifications very well. So we believed that we had all the right ingredients for us to kind of address the market that was satellite, and then that's how we got going.
Okay, excellent. So this has been going on for 23 years, right?
That's correct. The company is about 27 years now, always kind of trying to address the business problem for the customers through cutting edge technologies. And till date, I think we have solved several critical programs and delivered high-end complex programs for our customers. And we are going great.
Oh, excellent. I can see why, because you're right at the helm and making things happen. As you know, I'm from Silicon Valley. We had a brief conversation before we started this discussion. And I've worked with several Indian startups, as I mentioned. Well, of course, Tata's not a startup. However, I was very, very surprised, I have to tell you, to hear about your founder, the guy who started the company, that he started the company in a garage in Fremont, California, which is very close to where I live.
That's correct.
And I was like, amazed. Can you give a bit more about his vision and what motivated him to return to India to start the company? Of course, maybe you could mention his name as well.
Sure. I think Rajiv, yeah, you're right. I think Rajiv started this company in '89 in Fremont in a garage. And then Rajiv is a technocrat and is a visionary. And he always has this ambition to actually come back to India and then start up a company which is different, which is niche, which is technology focused. So when he got an opportunity in 91, I think he kind of fell for it, and then the rest is history. I think Sasken has been one of the major companies in India which has been focusing significantly in the area of communications and digital transformation. And we are very, very excited to actually solve the technology problems and then create business solutions for our customers. And that Rajiv is very clear that the knowledge that we have in embedded communications and multimedia is something that we will take forward and then focus on serving 5 different segments. The segments are semiconductors, communications, consumer, industrial, and automotive. And if you look at all these segments have problems which are related to embedded communications and multimedia. And Sasken's vision is to integrate these together, build solutions, and then address the problems which are segment specific for all these segments.
Wow, pretty powerful. Some of the major concerns that we see in the globe, if you will, it's on the news. It's been going on for some time. It's talking about hackers. And the hacker is able to get into a database somewhere, whether it's software or hardware platforms. And so they target all forms of communications, as you know, and also the software that's part of it. I'm just kind of curious. Are you aware of this, and how are you, kind of approaching it?
I think cybersecurity and security, especially in the area of communications, is a major requirement. And it's always been a kind of a cat and a mouse race. I think the moment you realize that you have solved the solution, I think hackers would find a way to actually dismantle the whole thing and then say that, there was an open line item there. I think the technology is overpowering the whole situation. And we have very sophisticated mechanisms of integrating security algorithms, and then that's a solution that we actually provide to our customers, taking those algorithms that are available in the market or in the standards, and then help integrate it to our product portfolio.
Excellent. Well, I'd like to interject. Perhaps you can tell our audience how many employees you have.
We are about 2,500 people globally, with our headquarters in India, Bangalore.
And where is that located? Is that North or south?
Bangalore is the southern part of India.
Southern part. Okay, good. Okay, you know, where will the market? I'm going to ask kind of a marketing. Now you can put on your visionary hat. You know, where will the market for terminals and virtualizing networks and also some of the enabling satellite communications? Where do you think they're going in the next 3 years? And you know, what percent do you see as a percent of the growing market in India? How do you see that?
I think, as you have seen, Richard, I think the satellite market is growing. I think the good news is that more companies are making profits than what they were doing 10 years ago in the satellite domain. And we believe that it's going to grow even more because the satellite segment is addressing the problem of several adjacencies and not just its space related or defense related stuff. Right? I think the solutions that the satellite companies can bring into the automotive segment by putting an antenna on top of a car and then provide precise navigational systems will be something that probably 5G terrestrial networks have to fight it out.
Sure.
So I think in the context of IoT, in the context of M2M, in the context of broadband, there are ample opportunities for the satellite companies, and I'm sure that all of them are grabbing that.
Right.
And Sasken being understanding in this whole thing,
Sure.
we are ready to actually support our customers and then be a part of this journey.
Okay, excellent. Well, you know, I always like to wind up my interviews by asking, do you have any other comments you want to share?
No, I think it's an exciting time for us. I think we have chosen a vision to kind of grow substantially in the next 5 years by focusing on 5 segments and being strong in what we are doing in the area of communications, embedded and multimedia. We believe that we have the ecosystem partnerships, our abilities in hardware engineering, system engineering, and our focus to build solutions for our customers is going to be a key thing, and we want to be a important element in this connected world journey.
Well, you know what, it's been a really exciting interview because it's amazing to me where the company came from. It shows the dedication of all the 2,500 employees you have. So it's really been a pleasure, and I hope I get a chance to interview you again in the future. So thank you very much.
Absolutely, Richard. The feeling is good.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
You bet. It's okay. We'll do some production cutting, so
Okay.
you can talk.